Let's see if this thing works. And we are live, I think. Yeah, we're live. Welcome to Fishy Hour. Happy Monday. Hope you're having a good day. Let's get this show kicked off. Welcome to Fishy Hour, the show where we hang out and talk about fishing and help each other with any fishing related questions, rigging, gear, techniques, all that good stuff. Today's Monday, and on Mondays we're gonna do call-in fishing stories. Let me put the number up on the screen. There it is. If you guys want to call in and be part of the show, call in and let's make it happen. I rearranged the studio a little bit. I see Wayne's in here. What's up, Wayne? Welcome. I'm getting confused. So I moved my monitor out of the way, changed the camera angle a little bit, messed with the lighting a bit. And now I'm seeing it on my tablet, but it's delayed. All right. Ooh, we got a call right off the bat. Let's get this call. Let's get this call on. Welcome to Fishy Hour. This is Roman. What up?
What's up, Roman?
Hey, Kevin. How you doing?
Good. Am I first?
First, yeah.
All right.
Super cool.
I got a good story.
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right. Well, that you took the W home, so I think you should talk about your fishing story first. To be honest.
Awesome.
How did you win the CCA?
I think I got lucky. I mean, I think it was I had gotten a fish like that or similar to that in that same zone before, but it was late at night, and I figured, you know, the same zone. It just felt right, and although it was about halfway through the day, and I figured a lot of people had fished there already. I don't know. Something just told me to cast like really close to the rocks. So I threw an A-rig, fully loaded, right, like I would say I almost hit the rocks. when the A-rig hit the water, I engaged it right away because I was like, oh, it's gonna get stuck. And as soon as I engaged it, the fish was already on it. So like I don't know if it saw it flying through the air, but it was like that fast. And I was like, wow.
Oh yeah.
That was quick. That was crazy. Like I wouldn't expect it like that, but it hit it, and then it was on. And like when I fished the A-rig, I have my drag set all the way tight, so in case something like that ever happens, I don't have to worry about it going into the rocks. So I start cranking on it and have the mindset to reach down and put the drive into reverse really quick, and then keep grinding on it, and then I was able to keep it from going in the rocks.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was a cool catch. And like the day the fishing session before that, I had lost an A-rig, and I snagged it up on a buoy, but it was still high enough that we came back when it was slack tied, and I pulled the chain up and recovered it. And then I was like, all right, this is gonna be the A-rig I'm gonna use for the tournament. And then I was trolling it in the morning, and that was the first thing I lost. I lost it.
An A-rig.
Yeah, an A-rig. And so before I moved to the different spot, I was like, I was debating for like 20 minutes whether or not to reconfigure a new A-rig. So I finally did it, and I'm glad I did, because that was like maybe like third or fourth cast on that A-rig. So stoked.
Sweet. That's nice. Did you get anything? A hand signed trophy by Wayne Koto?
Not by Wayne, but I got this awesome trophy by Todd, and
yeah,
so I'm bring it up.
It looks like a calico or spotty.
No, it's a tuna. Let's see if I can.
Oh, really?
It's delayed. Hang on a sec. There it goes. Can you see that?
I can't see it while I'm talking to you.
Okay, yeah. Well, I just put it up.
But
I think it's a bluefin. It's like a.
Oh, is it
probably 20?
I couldn't tell from the photos.
It's probably 20 inches across. 18 to 20 inches across.
Shoot, that's cool.
Yeah, and like the cool thing is he signed it with MMFC in the back.
Oh hell yeah!
Before
cool.
he knew who was going to win the tournament.
Very nice.
So
Very
I was like,
nice.
yeah, that's cool. Sorry for the delay. Sorry for the delay, guys. It's shifted. There it goes. Yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah.
I just need to figure out where I'm going to put it on the wall. But
you're gonna have a trophy case now in the background.
I know, it's exciting. So.
Well, that's good. That's good. That was a cool event. I was bummed I was missing it, but I had to run a virtual tournament on my own for the Kobe Bass Open in Kentucky Lake. So we had 129 kayak anglers competing for $7,000 as a first place prize, and then watered down all the way from there. We paid out. I think we paid out well more than $27,000 or something like that.
Wow.
So I think we were paying out. Well, maybe not that much, but we paid out a lot of money.
Yeah.
So second place was $3,800. So third place was $2,200, and so on.
That's pretty awesome, though.
And it's big money.
Yeah.
Yeah, for kayak anglers, it's a big deal. You know, we're all a bunch of humble and cheap, low lives out there. So we got to make sure that we put back the money somehow.
Yeah. Yeah. Gotta justify the expenses somehow. That's funny.
Somehow, go and win a couple tournaments, and you might be there. Can't make a living quite yet. Maybe.
Yeah. So
the guy that actually won he makes a living that way.
Yeah. How do you qualify for that?
Well, it's an open tournament. You come in and you just fish. There's going to be one in the Delta on August 15th to the 16th.
Oh, nice.
California Delta. Yeah.
Man.
That'll be the closest one to everyone. If you're a bass head, you got a kayak, you're more welcome to come up to the Delta and try your hand at winning some cash. If you get over 120 people to join, it's somewhere like $6,500 or more.
Wow.
So it's going to be big. Yeah, it'll be a big deal when we get there.
That's crazy. See, that's the kind of stuff that I would that's the kind of stuff that I would like to see for salt. Like kayak.
Yeah.
I don't know if we get
people are willing to
numbers.
pay for. If you pay 300 bills, each person, and you have 120 people, it might happen. So
that's true.
Just,
for that size of a jackpot, people will be willing to drive quite a distance, I think.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Super cool.
All right. Fish story.
Okay, fish story.
How much time do I have?
As much as you need.
Okay. Well, I'll try to keep it under 10.
Okay, go for it.
So this is a recent one. It was my first bluefin sundowner on my own boat.
Ooh.
And a sundowner is when you hook fish at sunset and fight them into night.
Ooh.
Or hook them. You don't really need to fight them into night. It's just hooking fish right at sunset.
Yeah.
And bluefin are fairly fair game right at that twilight into the nighttime and even at night, and they eat. And I was out there. I think this was my second successful trip in May, and it was probably mid-May, and it was myself, Morgan Prominence, and another friend of mine, Eric Edberg, who has been in retirement, let's just say, for about 4 years.
Nice.
For real serious fishing.
Yep.
And I pulled him out of it. And this guy was around kayak fishing before, long time ago, and he got fat. He won't ever listen to this podcast. So. Yeah, he got fat. So we pulled him out of retirement, and anyways, told him we were gonna go and just fish La Jolla, but then I changed the plan the day before, and we went. And we were out there. We launched at 12 p.m. and we made it out to the grounds that were like 55 miles away.
Wow.
And started fishing around 3. Found the fish at 5, and we were trolling the Yummy around and found a couple of spots of fish, and no one was around. And We found a couple spots. When you find tuna, you're going to want to stay there because there's more. And about 6:15, we're going. This was the first fish, so just the story will get better. So at 6:15, we're trolling the Yummy, and it looked so perfect. I mean, like, it looked so perfect, and it was perfect. It was the most perfect that I've seen a Yummy trolled in on my boat personally ever. I was like, we're gonna get bit. Like, we're gonna get bit. And probably 15 minutes into having it out, it was perfectly perpendicular to the boat, about 200 yards away. And we just see them coming after it. And one blows up on it, and we're like, oh my God, here we go. And we thought we were bit and screaming. And then you could see them following it for about 100 to 200 yards. It was just, they were just hunting it. There was about 8 or 9 of them, or whatever, however many there were, and they're all 100+ pound fish. And they're hunting the thing, and they're waiting for it, and then finally it smacks down perfect, and one comes up and smokes it. The frickin' indicator starts plummeting, and we're winding onto the fish and bumping up the engine a little bit and get tight. And that was the first Yummy fish of this year for me. And on my sweet, I have a sweet rod that there was only 5 of them made by Seeker, and they were all Winthrop, which is a component company, all Winthropped out with a bent butt, adjustable bent butt they make.
Oh, nice.
And it's like a $2,000 rod alone, not the reel. And then I got an 80 wide on it, so it was just like, you could skip a 150 pounder like on the water, like old like skipjack or bonito when you hook them on the troller. You could literally skip them almost with that thing. Anyways, we cranked that fish in. It was like 6:30. We're like, okay, that's cool. Yeah. And it was starting to get, it was getting real hairy out there. We're like, oh my God, we're so far away, let's just. And they were tripping out. And I was like, we're gonna stay out here until it's dark. That's what we're doing. And they were like, okay, captain's orders.
Oh, nice.
So we flew the Yummy, and about 7:35, we're like, or at like 7:30. I told the guys, I'm like, we're going to turn back up north, and we're just going to keep flying that thing. And just, if we get bit, we get bit. And it was getting so dark that you couldn't really see the contrast of even the dark black indicator of the trash bag, just a beat strip of trash bag, against the sky. It was so dark. And we're like, okay, well, and they were like, well, how are we going to know we're going to bit? And we're all fishermen. So it's just talk, just jibber jabber. And I was like, well, if we get bit, we'll know. And it wasn't riding so good. It was only about 50 feet away from the wash, so the back of the boat where the water's coming out the prop, and it was a long shot that we were going to get bit, but we just wanted to fly it on the way home. And so we're about 5 minutes into turning up north, and you just see the freaking explosion off. It just was like boom, and I was like, there, now you know. And I literally said that, and we put the motor in gear and started reeling and got tight on it. And it was 7:34. I remember the time. And so we're pulling on that fish, and there was fish were staying on us, and no one was around. No fleet, no one. And it was getting all choppy, and I was like, okay, well, we're gonna put another, and we're gonna put a dead flyer out, and we're gonna get it out now. And so, because why not?
Yeah.
You're going to hook a fish and fight it for whatever, and you might as well hook another one. So, and there's 3 guys on the boat. So
cool.
We put it out. It's something you always do. Like, if you can do it, you try to do it to capitalize, So the fish are sticking with us, and we put one up. It gets bit, and we're like, oh my God, it just got bit. And the flyer got pulled off. So you lose $35.
Yeah.
And we put another one out right back there. We lost a little track of it because the fish was real hot that we were on, and it was just going stupid, crazy, and just fighting like it was mad. And then I turn around, and the rod's already throbbing, the tip's already throbbing, and it's on a 4X, a Seeker 4X. So it's a silly broomstick of a rod. And all of a sudden, like the rod's just throbbing, and I'm like, oh my God, we're bit. And I wind down and we get tight, and that fish is on. And I was tempted to put a third one up, but this one was already super pissed. So there was 2 fish on, and they were mad, very mad. And they were both going the same direction off the stern in the starboard or the port corner. And we're working on them, and we're like, oh my God. And the one that hit the yummy, it was not, oops, I just spilled stuff all over me. It was pulling so insanely difficultly hard that it was pulling into the current, going north, and dragging the boat up current.
Oh,
and
wow.
The chop was already six feet in like probably 8 seconds. So it was bad. And the boat was, getting pulled, and the water's coming over the transom.
Oh,
and
dang.
So it was just a mess. And this other fish was hooked up, and we had to make sure they didn't crisscross. So we were just kind of waiting on that one to get the other one to get pulled in slowly and steadily. So we're pulling them in. We're literally grinding this bigger one in, the one that we hooked on the yummy.
Jeez.
And it took us an hour and 30 minutes to even get that thing close to the boat. And then we finally see it, and we notice that this 174-pound fish is snagged on the side.
Oh.
Hooked, both hooks on the skin hooked on the side, and we dragged this fish by its back up. And if you've never fought a snagged fish like that, it's like
harder,
you
right?
hooked a 400-pounder.
Yeah,
so we thought,
drag.
we thought we hooked the right kind, like the 400-pounder that we've been looking for. So we didn't. So we gapped that fish, and we're just like going out of control. And then we're just fighting that fish, and we gap him, and we're like, oh yeah, we get the other one. The other one's freaking out too, like going, we thought that one was a 300-pounder, and we're like, dude, could it possibly be this fish is snagged too? We pulling that fish, and all of a sudden it comes up, and it's skin hooked.
Oh, wow.
They both were skin hooked. And like, that's not a common thing when you're like fighting. These fish normally swallow these things.
Yeah.
And they were both skin hooked. And it was my first sundowner, and we landed them both.
Dang. That's crazy.
It was pretty.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So when you're flying the yummy, are you flying it with a kite or with a helium balloon?
Anyways, so that was my first sundowner.
That's
and it was
awesome.
So we got 3 fish that day for only 6 hours of fishing, 4 hours of fishing, and then we headed home. And then it took us until 4 hours later to get home.
Do you process those fish yourself?
That time I did not.
Cool. Yeah, it's a lot of work.
No, I was not interested. So my buddy Eric paid for it all. Thank God, bless his soul. And it was nice to just be able to, to be able to chill out and let someone else do the good, dirty work,
Nice.
So
that's.
But anyways, cool. that was my first sundowner, and that was in this year in May.
Dude, so that's like a super busy weekend though. Jeez. That's awesome.
That was a good time. So,
yeah.
Anyways,
hey, that's
someone else.
That was good. That was good stuff, though. Shoot, way to open up the show. Awesome. Dang, dude.
Yeah. Thank you. Well, 2 good stories back to back: a win and a sundowner.
So good.
So,
right on.
I'm sure there'll be others. I'll keep listening and waiting to hear what other people have to share, because I'm sure that the list just goes on of amazing experiences that everyone's had. So
yeah, it's definitely feels like it's picking up. So I'm looking forward to more calls. Right on.
Good.
Awesome, Kevin.
All right. Well, on to the next one. See you guys later, and congratulations, Roman, and all the guys that finished the CCA tournament. Awesome job for those guys putting it on. CCA,
yeah, CCA
really
came
cool
through with a bunch of stuff. Yeah, awesome. I have like a list of thank yous I want to do in a bit. So right on. Thanks, Kevin.
Perfect. All right, guys. Take care. See you, Roman. Bye.
Yeah. Super cool. Awesome. That's the kind of like fishing report that's like, wow, it makes you want to go do that kind of fishing. It's super cool. So we got a little bit ahead of ourselves on this, which is fine. Let's do the soda opening, and then if you guys want to call in and share your fishing stories from this weekend or from this week, call in, and we'll do those in a second. So here we go. Soda opening, cherry cola. That was a terrible one. I bumped the mic. I think I did it too slow. Cheers, guys. I'm going to go through the chat and do a shot real quick. So say hello, say what's up if you want to get a shout out before I start going through the stream. Here we go. Wayne was in here first. What's up, Wayne? Wayne's first. See Leonard in the house. What up, Leonard? MMFC number 1. Great event Saturday. Wayne, CCA Cal. I had a great time. Great. Nice job. Good stuff. So lots of props for CCA for this awesome event. It was super fun. Down SD Roy says live and in color. What's up? Okay, cool. I see Roy. I see Jet. I see Brian. I see Darren, Cody, Leonard, Salty Dan. What's up, Dan? Dangler, Salty Dangler. What's up, Dan? Let's see. Got Captain Dan. There he is. Garrett, what's up? Welcome back. Let's see. Okay, I see Izzy. What's up, Izzy? Man, I got some stuff for you guys from Izzy. Right on. I see Garrett, Ross, and I see Cal in the house. What up, Cal? Welcome back. What's up? What'd I miss? I hope you caught Kevin's story. That was super good. I see Chris is back here. What's up, Chris? Welcome back. Let's see Brian. Cool. Alex, what's up, Alex? Welcome back, everybody. I see Graham is in here. I see Todd. It's up. He's up in the Sierras. Whoa, nice. Are you watching from the campsite? That's awesome. That's awesome. Todd says, oh yeah, yeah. Wayne updating Todd on the status of the tournament. MMFC almost swept. Yeah, we almost swept. That was fun. Good half of the. Oh, I see Doug went out to Fish Islands today. Wow, nice, dude. How'd it go? So you got a Yellowtail Bonito. Cool. Sport boats or private boat? Doug, I think he's on the private boat. Okay, cool story, Kevin. Yeah, cool story for sure. 4. Okay, good. All right, cool. I see Ewok 619 is in here. What's up, Ewok? And Oscar, what's up? And Mark, what's up, Mark? It's been a while. Please refrain from bumping the mic. Yeah, exactly right. I see Trekker, what's up? Trekker 326. And cool. Ewok says, caught my first white sea bass in San Diego Bay this weekend. What? That's cool. Super cool. All right. Really quick, guys, I want to make sure I thank everybody at CCA California. I'm going to mention everybody by name that I know of that was on there. Of course, Wayne, thank you so much for putting this together, and everybody that helped you do it, especially Chris. I'm not going to mess up your name, Chris. I'm going to say your name. I'm going to say your last name. Hold up. Chris Arechaldera. Boom. Nailed it. Steve Moat. Sandra Moat. Arnie Seiko. Thank you. David Chavez. Dan Walsh. Mr. Captain Dan. George. I think that's Captain Dan's boat buddy. Thanks, George. Mike Ariano. And Dave Roti. Thanks, guys. You guys were out there on the boats, supporting the whole event, and I like the way you guys had it set up. You had the boats with the sandwiches. You had like the it was a great setup. And I like that Captain Dan was kind of going around the bay and making sure everybody had stuff they needed. He offered me water and granola bars multiple times. Awesome. If it was like a really fun day of fishing, just to have everybody out there and feel like that support. So super cool. And also want to thank Steve Pinnard from Dana Landing for donating the lunch. The sandwiches are great. I think mine was like pulled pork. It was super good. And then let's see, John Edwards from the Small Boat Club helped also to make the lunch. So thank you, John. And then Jeff Squires from One Cool Tuna was on a boat with Wayne and Chris on Wayne and Chris's boat. So thank you for coming out, Jeff. Good stuff. What's this going on? Oh, boom. Super chat. Boom. Mark. Nice. Thank you, Mark. Mark came back with a vengeance. Wow, dropping $4.99. Thank you, Mark. Much appreciated, sir. Thank you so much. The event was super fun, guys, and I kind of rushed through the recap in the at the beginning of the show. But if you guys have any questions on what setup I was using, it's just my regular A rig. I feel like I kind of really lucked out. Special shout out to Salty Dangler for the other category. Nailed it with I think a 13.5 smelt, which is awesome. We're like saying, hey, you know what? Get whatever other fits and just submit it. And so he had like a backup croaker too. So good stuff, Salty. Congratulations. He got a fishing syndicate rod. So shout out to Fishing Syndicate for donating those rods to the event. Also, I forget the guy's name. The guy that won the halibut category. He ended up getting like a legal halibut. So good on him. He also got a Fishing Syndicate rod, and then I picked up the trophy for the bass. I totally lucked out. I feel like I totally lucked out. But like I was telling Kevin, it was an area where I've gotten big calicos before, so I kind of Hail Married it, and it just happened. I think my response to one of Wayne's posts was like, every dog has his day, right? So like if you're out there, and because you guys know when we go out, usually I'm not the guy that catches the most fish or the biggest fish. So every once in a while you'll get lucky, and I think I got lucky this time. But anyway, it was super fun, and now I get to have this trophy to share the wall space with the yellowtail back here. So there's the trophy. Some of you guys saw it on Instagram already. But it's like a bluefin tuna, and signed by Todd, of course. And it's got the cool. He made it out to MMFC even before he knew if an MMMC member was going to win it. So I think that's a good vote of confidence coming from Todd. So thank you, Todd. Thanks for the trophy. Thanks for your support of the show, and thanks for the support of CCA. So super cool, guys. If you guys want to call in with your fishing stories, it could be from the same event. It could be from your perspective, or if you went and did something else this weekend and didn't participate, just let us know what you're up to, what fish you caught, and how your fishing was this week or this weekend. Cool. So that's what we'll do. And while we're waiting on that, I'm gonna show you guys some stuff that just came in the mail. So you guys probably noticed that the yellowtail back here is chasing something. See, look at that yellowtail's chasing some bait. I got these, and these are I got these stickers made as a sample, and I don't know if you could tell. They're like can you tell? There it goes. They're like reflective. They're like hologram stickers. So I got right and lefts made. I'm not selling these, guys. Wait, yeah, there is. I'm not selling these. If you fish with me enough and we see each other at the boat ramp, you guys know who you are. I got about 10 sets. So I'm going to keep one set for myself to put on my kayak, a right and a left. And then I'm going to give you guys, so 9 of you guys that I fish with a lot, I'll have a set for you guys. That'll be kind of first come, first serve. So you guys know who you are. Next time we go fishing, maybe on Saturday, I'll bring these out and I'll give you guys a pair each. So until we run out. Okay. So just as a way to say thank you, and these are kind of more sizable, and they're reflective. So they kind of almost look like real bait. Cool. Let's see. I'm going to read the comments real quick. Let's see. Just got off the water. Oh, cool. Carlos just got off the water. What's up, Carlos? Welcome. Just got off the water. Fished Los Alamitos Bay off a kayak. Cool. Slow 3 hours from me. Okay. Still, it's nice to be able to fish on a Monday. I'll take that any day. Okay. Doug says my boat. Okay. Very FUB and well put together event. Yep. Very fun. Okay. Very fun. Okay. Biggest smelt ever. Yeah, exactly. Carlos, I'm in the lab tomorrow morning. What are you doing? Oh, cool. What are you gonna hit? Nice. San Diego Fisher. Oh, yeah, that's right. San Diego Fisher was the guy's name. Yeah. If you're in here, San Diego Fisher, say what's up. Let's see if he's on here. But good stuff. Let's see. Brian says, of course, MFC was gonna win. That's the other thing I wanted to mention, guys. Like, Brian and his son were just slaying it. I think they ended up with I I want to say like, correct me if I'm wrong, Brian. I want to say like 18 legal spotties or 18 legal bass, not necessarily spotties, but 18 legal bass and like 40 some fish. That was a, and they were in the running for the halibut category until like 4:30. It seemed. So yeah, it was close. It was close, but good stuff. Definitely like having Brian out there on the boat, just catching fish right and left. Makes me feel like, dang, dude. If I was out there fishing, sometimes if I was out there fishing, and Brian wasn't out there, I'd think like, oh, maybe just the fish aren't biting. But like, it seems like no matter what, Brian's always getting the fish, and like, so I have no excuse to say, oh, the fish aren't biting, because Brian's getting them. So I mean, that means the fish are here. He'll go through a zone where I've already fished, and like be getting fish. I'm like, man, that's cool. Anyway, so it gives me motivation to figure out what's going on and try to get better. So good stuff. Thanks, Brian. Thanks for coming out with us. Let's see. Wayne says, I need a couple of those for my boat or truck. Nice. Yeah, you got it, Wayne. I'll hook you up. Those are awesome stickers. Cool. Leonard's in the house. What up, Leonard? Oscar says, any one of those? Right on. I'm going to float too, so I'm happy to go with the tide. Oh, yeah. That's cool. That's cool. Kevin's in the house. What's up, Kevin? Welcome. Says, sup, everybody. Let's see. MMFC put a beat down on Mission Bay Saturday. Great group of anglers. Cool. Thanks, Brian. That's super cool. Brian and his son had a high count. Yeah. They killed it. Salty says, Brian, if there was a best overall category, I nominated. Yeah, exactly, Salty. I feel the same. Yeah, best overall would have been Brian. Had a good time. Good. 18 legals, 16-inch plus. Jeez, 48 fish. There you go. Dang. Captain Dan says MMFC had a clean sweep going for about 5 minutes before close of entries. Oh, that's what it was. Dang. All right, Kevin says short pounders this Sunday. This is the one you might have to sign up for through SDF Fish. Okay, cool. All right. So quick announcement for Kevin. So DJ Thrills on SDAnglers.com. SDfish.com. It's a forum, and Kevin uses that forum to coordinate shore pounders, which is an event for fishing from shore. And if you guys want to go do that this coming Sunday, go to SD Fish and sign up for it there, and talk to Kevin about the rules and all that good stuff. I'm sure he has a post about it up already. If not, he's DJ Thrills in that forum. Find him, ask him. He'll sign you up, get you to the right place. Okay, so good stuff there. Let's see. That's cool. Awesome. Cool. It's good stuff. All kinds of good vibes here. So good. Kevin says if anyone's interested, good. Alfredo, what's up, dude? Alfredo, welcome. Alfredo Castro, what's up? Are we related? Easy fluorocarbon light line catches them all the time. Right. Nice job. Sweet. That was the other thing we got. I think most of us got that spool of leader. So that was cool. Thank you. Joaquin in the house. What's up, Joaquin? Hope all is well with you. All right, guys. Do me a favor and call in if you have a story you want to share from this weekend or from this week. Your fishing stories. Maybe get that going. If you see yourself on our Facebook post for the event, please tag yourself. Oh, cool. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, okay. So if you guys see yourself on the CCA California Facebook page, tag yourself. Alfredo, love fishing light line. Cool. Got stuff. Okay. Let's see. That's pretty much the majority of what I had set up as far as like sharing new things with you guys. I messed around with the setup a little bit. It's still not perfect. I need to find like a monitor extension so I can have the chat up here so I don't look down so much. For the most part, it's pretty good. So for those of you guys that are fishing this Saturday, what do you guys want to do? You guys want to go to? I think we did send. I think we did Mission Bay for the past 2 weekends in a row. So let's do either San Diego Bay or yeah, you guys open for San Diego Bay? You guys want to do San Diego Bay, or we can try La Jolla maybe. Chris, that says pictures from the event are coming soon to our website. Stay tuned. Oh, cool, perfect. That's awesome. You cause yes, because you don't know any more Castro's alcohol. Bo Chen says, when we try in La Jolla, exactly, Bo. So I'm open to it this weekend, actually. I'm open to it on Saturday. I haven't checked the report, but it looks like Saturday might start to be okay as far as the surf goes. Yeah, if you guys are up for it. So the thing is, I don't want to have a bunch of people that are new to La Jolla go with me, go with us as a group, and then get tore up, and then us have to go fishing without them and just kind of leave them to their own devices on shore, hoping they made it back. So that kind of sucks. So, let me figure out how we would do that, okay? Because we might do like a split group, like yeah, that's a tough one. But yeah, I do want to do La Jolla eventually. So I'll tell you what I do, guys. I'm gonna put a post in the MMFC Facebook group. That's the survey, and you guys can decide whether you want to do San Diego Bay or La Jolla. Okay. And then if you don't feel comfortable going to La Jolla or you haven't done it before, well, I'll put a list of stuff you should have before you try to make it out to La Jolla, like maybe like a radio. I'm not sure. I just don't want to be. I just don't want you guys to get in trouble or to get yourself hurt if you've never been to La Jolla before, on my account, right? And if you've done it before, or if you're willing to take the risk, yeah. Let me think about it. We'll figure it out. But then I'll add restrictions on the invite in the Facebook group. That way, if it's your first time, maybe or if you're trying to figure it out, maybe not go this time, and yeah, until we do the launch and landing outing, where we go learn how to launch and land actually. So okay, let's see. Hit up La Jolla. Barracuda and calicos are biting. Nice. Oh, cool. Wayne says, so I posted in MMC group that what excuse you have for getting skunked. Oh yeah. Best answer gets a prize. Roman picks a winner. Oh, that's awesome. That's funny. That's hilarious. Okay, so what excuse? Yeah, okay. Cool. Check out that post. I saw the post. I was laughing because it's pretty funny. Steve Simon says La Jolla. Nice. Hey, Kevin, are you fishing La Jolla this weekend? La Jolla would be good, says Chris. Oh man. Yeah, La Jolla sounds awesome. Todd says La Jolla. Oh man. It's I feel the momentum building, guys. I feel like a wave's coming. And it's gotta ride it. Let's see. Call in Wayne and read some of them. They're pretty funny, says Captain Dan. That's hilarious. That's a good idea too. Roma will you pick cutoff date for comments? Oh, that's cool. Yeah. All right. So while you're on here, guys, maybe let's do a cutoff date for. Oh, that's a good one. We should do a prize for that. We're doing a prize, right? Yep, we're doing a prize. Okay, cool. The cutoff date should be. Let's do tomorrow by the beginning of the show. Tomorrow by the beginning of the show, and then tomorrow we'll read through them. And we'll pick the best one. Okay. That'll be pretty funny. Okay. So the way you participate in this is you go to the MMFC Facebook group, which is Mad Max Fishing Club on Facebook. You can just search for it. It's going to ask you, do you want to be part of this club? If so, do you agree to the rules? And the rules are just basically don't be a jackass. Don't be rude. Don't be mean. And don't give false information. Just if you're not going to be helpful, don't say anything. If you're going to be helpful, right on. And you say, I agree. You type, I agree, and then we'll let you in the group. Okay. And we're only allowing individuals. So no, we're not allowing pages or other brands because I want to keep it kind of like personable, right? I don't want you guys to feel like you're in there getting blasted by ads. Okay. Okay, cool. So then, yeah, that'll be the space. And then tomorrow when the show starts, that'll be the cutoff. So at 7 p.m. tomorrow, no more entries, and then we'll read some of the funny ones. We'll read the ones that get the most likes. We'll read those, and then we'll pick the best one out of those, and then we'll do that. Super cool. I like that. I like how stuff just happens, just evolves, right? Okay, cool. C-Simmer says I'm not sure. It's a tough decision between tuna and La Jolla. Yeah. Cam, I wouldn't blame you, dude. I'll go get all the tuna you could right now. I'll go get all the tuna that's willing to take that yummy. Should I call and talk about Saturday? Yes, Brian, of course. Dude, I love talking to you. Call in, please. Let's see. Wade says, we're talking to the message. Oscar says, I might be at the desert Saturday. Ooh. Are you dirt bike riding or are you sport bike riding? I remember back in the day when I used to have a motorcycle, we used to do track days at Button Willow. That's a fun track, dude. Super fun. I was on a 600. I was on a Yamaha R6, and the highlight of my whole riding day was passing a GSX R750. I was able to keep up with the dude, and I would pass him. I would catch up to him under braking, and which means I would slow down less fast than he did. And then while he was on the brakes, I kind of go all the way into the corner, and then in the corner I'd end up getting him on the way out. So super fun track, Button Willow, if that's what you refer to by going to the desert. Oh, never mind. Target shooting sold my dirt bike. Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry. I'm getting all excited about sport bike riding. I'm like, yeah. And that was one of the first times that I dragged the knee. And in the world of sport bike riding, dragging your knee is a big thing. Some people would stick their knee out and lean over and try to drag their knee, and it seemed like that was cheating. But yeah, you still want to do it so you can have another point of contact with the ground, and you can balance out how much throttle and stuff. Anyway, so that was one of the first times that I dragged the knee, and it came so natural because I was naturally trying to speed up, and not speed up, but I was naturally leaning over, and anyway, I'll finish that story later. You got a call coming in. Hook up. Hey, this is Roman. Can you hear me?
Hey, Roman.
Awesome. Hey, Brian. How you doing?
Hey, good. How are you?
Good. I recognize your voice now, from the Discord.
I know. I probably
so
hear
good.
A lot of it screaming usually.
So good. That was a cool weekend.
Hey, I want to congratulate you, man. Awesome for the win. Even Salty came through, pulled out. MFC representing out there.
That was so fun. I almost feel like I shouldn't have. Anyway, so yeah, it was super fun. It was a super fun event. So tell us about your. I think there should have been another award for you. I think I'm gonna make one.
No. Please.
But yeah, that was a ton of fish. What was
it was a fun day. I love I've never fished not a tournament, but a get together like that, trying to get the best fish on Discord. So it was very interesting throughout the day. Hearing everybody catch their fish and the excitement level was pretty cool. I've never done that before, and it added fun and excitement to the event.
I noticed.
I hope that
I did notice your gameness came out, your competitive edge came out a little bit. I noticed it. I was like, I was like, Brian's going for it.
I really did. It was so weird. I haven't tournament fished for a while, and it was so much fun to get in, not tournament fish, but fish for a competition again.
Right.
It seems like it's been forever. And that was a fun one. That was a tough day, though. Big fish, that's hard to get, man. That's awesome for you. I'm so glad you got it. You deserve that, man.
It was a trip. It was so crazy.
And don't play yourself down. You knew where the spot was. You went over there and nailed it. So awesome job on that.
Awesome. Thank you. That was fun.
So my day began. You guys saw me. I was sitting out in front of Dana Landon.
I know.
And I got
I got to greet everybody, which was cool to see you guys go out. I must have seen 30 kayaks go out, and everybody was heading out to the jetty. So I figured that spot was going to be just full of kayaks. So I kind of went a different strategy and just stayed exactly where I was at, which is right out in front of Dana Landing. And the funny thing was, my very first cast, I landed a 15.5-inch fish. I mean, the very first cast. And I think I said, I think I got excited and I didn't announce the size of it, but I said, I might as well just go home now.
I remember that.
7:03 in the morning. So it was pretty exciting for me and my son on the boat. Already it kind of just takes the pressure off. Oh, you got a big fish, you can relax and just have fun the rest of the day. And that was so exciting to get that on the first cast. And then it wasn't much longer. We went over by the SeaWorld area, and my son landed a pretty good halibut. I think it was a 19.5, maybe 20-inch halibut. And then we were thinking, oh, this is going to be a really good day.
Yeah.
And
like, we're going to sweep it on this boat.
It was all first thing in the morning. It was all first thing in the morning. So, it's a long day. And I knew everybody was out there to compete. I know Salty was really trying to, and you were trying, and Cal, and everybody's out there really trying to get that big fish to get the bragging rights.
Yeah.
But then it was about, would you post your fish at about 9:30 in the morning?
You still there?
Are you there? Yeah. Oh, is that better?
Yeah, that's there. You said 9:30 in the morning?
Did you? Yeah, I think you posted your fish about 9:30 in the morning. I didn't even realize that you had such a big fish. I think Salty said something like, hey, big fish is 17.5. And I was like, what? Who got a 17.5? And I thought that was you. And I was like, holy smokes, awesome. And
yeah, I had to that was funny because I went off comms because I wanted to shoot a little video of the release. And and when you're on comms, they won't let you do video on their phone. So I was like, I'll be right back, guys, and deal with this fish. And then I came back, I was like, yeah, that was a big one.
Yeah. That's a big fish for Mission Bay, staying in the bay. So once I heard you got that, I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to get a 17.5-inch fish? And so I basically spent the next 4 hours out in that jetty trying to land a big calico or sand bass. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Cutting out?
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay. All right. So spent the last 4 hours of the day out there trying to land a big sand bass. There's no way I'm going to get over a 17.5-inch spotting. That'd just be a miracle fish. Only Jet pulls those out.
Exactly.
So that's a hard fish to get. So I spent the last 4.5 hours out there, and my son was getting frustrated with me. He's like, dude, you're like Captain Ahab going for a whale out here. It's not going to happen. You're not going to beat it. He's like, let's just go in and try to get another halibut. But I ended up out in that jetty. I found a spot for the sand bass, and I ended up getting a ton of sand bass, around 16s, 15s, and then went back into the bay and ended up getting 2 more 16-inch spotties.
Jeez. Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, ever since we fished with Salty that day, and he brought out those crankbaits, and I watched him pull in 6 fish on crankbaits, I think it was. The first time we went out, he motivated me to fish more crankbaits.
That's good.
And that was getting some big fish, believe it or not, the orange crankbaits.
See, that's
so thanks.
That's cool. That's part of the whole.
Salty for motivating me.
Yeah, Salty Dangler. That's awesome. I think that's kind of the coolest part about fishing in a group like this, is you get motivated to try baits that you have no confidence in. You see Salty just bringing them in, and you're like, dang, all right, okay, I'm gonna try this. I know it's gonna work. Man. Yeah, it's cool.
I know. It's awesome. The Discord has changed fishing a lot for me, because it's awesome to hear fishing going on live. I mean, we're all down there, and you hear a reel go off, and you look over, and Cal's got a halibut, and then Ryan's got a halibut, and then Jet's over there pulling in a monster.
That's so funny.
So it's go ahead. it just changes the experience. It's very fun that way.
Yeah, I enjoy it too. Like it's funny because you get to hear like everybody's like has their like, I guess you could say style, has their own style of like their reaction when they get a bite. You know, it's like it's pretty funny. Like some people are like, "Oh, dude, I bit," and some people don't say anything until they have it on the boat. You know, it's like.
So I guess the one thing I wanted to share about it was my A-rig. I don't know if you guys saw the picture, but so I think it was about maybe 10 o'clock in the morning. I threw out the A-rig, and I was right in front of Dan and Yandy, and a kayaker pulled up next to me and wanted to talk. And so the A-rig sunk. I kind of forgot about it for 5 seconds because I was talking to him, and I cranked it a couple times and started talking to it again. And I cranked it one more time, and it was the biggest hit I think I've ever had on an A-rig. I couldn't believe how hard something hit it, and I thought for sure it was going to be a huge halibut. And it fought super hard. I was fighting with a 9-foot rod, and it was bending a 9-foot rod over. And thank God I had 65-pound braid on it, so the fish wasn't going to get away. So I was basically manhandling in. And when I saw the color of it, it was the color of a spotty. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have some kind of huge spotty on here. And it got closer to the surface, and I realized I had 2 spotties on there.
Two
and
spotties?
I bounced it into the boat.
That's right.
Yes, I bounced it into the boat, and it was a 16.5-inch spotty and a 15-inch spotty.
Oh,
but the 16.5-inch spotty was a huge fatty, and it weighed 2.4 pounds, which
whoa.
in the spotty world, that's a big fish.
Yeah.
Not in the tuna world like Kevin fishes, but in the spotty world, that's a pretty big fish.
That's awesome.
I know those tuna guys.
Even two legals,
like,
even 2 legals.
Pounds, that's nothing.
2 legals on one A-rig. That's freaking awesome, dude.
Yeah, so it was.
So
that
good.
was probably the highlight of my day, getting those 2 fish and the huge hit and the huge tug.
But the lesson there, is that pause, right? Letting it sink to the bottom. They probably followed it. They probably followed it on those first couple of cranks, and then we're watching it. And as soon as it moved again, they're like, boom. Man.
You know, I've noticed that more often than not. If you cast it out there, you take your hand off the reel for a second, or you talk, or you turn to look around your shoulder or something, you always get that hit on the pause. So I think the fish are following it, they look at it, and then it takes off again, and it creates a reaction bite, and they just hammer it. I think that's what happened.
I'm gonna force myself to pause halfway through my reel, halfway through my wind back. Well, maybe like a third after my wind back. I'm gonna stop myself. Let it hit the bottom again.
Change it up, man.
Yeah,
that's the thing to do, man. You change it up. You know, I know you get out there for like 5 hours, and sometimes you're just like going through the motions. You're in a routine, you know. But if you can change it up, if something's not working, try something different. Yeah. Try different lures, and also try different weights.
Yeah.
If your 3/8 ain't working, go to a quarter. If the quarter ain't working, maybe go to half.
That's true.
You know, certain things, you know, will drag on the bottom differently.
Very true. Very true. Man, that's good. And it also depends on the.
I've never taken any questions. Does anybody have questions for me?
Yeah, that'd be cool. If you guys have any questions for Brian, he fishes with him and his son fish on his boat. It's got the big Cool Baits logo on the side. They picked up 18 legal bass this weekend and like 48 total fish. So these guys know what they're talking about. I've seen it with my own eyes, guys. I've even like done the thing where I maneuver my kayak over next to their boat, and they're getting bit right next to me. I'm not getting. I'm like, ah. So if you have any questions,
the number
guys,
one thing I would recommend for bait fishing is just time on the water, man. You can't substitute anything for time on the water. That's where you get to know your spots. You get to know what works for you.
Yeah.
You get to know your gear a little bit better. You make upgrades. You make changes. And anybody can talk all day long how they do it, but how I fish is probably totally different than how somebody else's fishes. So, like for you, I know you like the Ned rig. For me, I can't fish a Ned rig. My life depended on it. So it just depends.
Yeah, that makes sense. I want to learn the underspin and the swim bait game a little bit better. So I'm gonna work on that because I feel like I have the A rig down. I feel like I have the Ned rig down. And if I just stick to those things, I'm not improving, right? I'm becoming that guy that just sticks to those two things. So I want to pick up.
I'm with you, man.
You know what I mean?
I'm spending this summer trying to get good at the jerk bait.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, Cal says I need to pull out the crankbaits and jerk baits more often. Yep, exactly. And then I think Cody had a question about spearfishing questions. You can do spearfishing questions, dude. That's good. And then Paige, Day One Fishing said, the secret is out. Let it sink. Wait, when you were talking about A-rigs?
Yeah. Hey, do you want to talk about a good fisherman? Paige is an awesome fisherman. I fished against him, I think, at a couple ACC tournaments, and I think he got first, and my son got second, and I got third. But he's a great fisherman, man. That guy can tear it up.
He's a cool dude,
Take any advice that guy will give you.
Yeah, right on. Awesome. Let's see. Trucker has a question for you. He says, how do you pull those numbers?
Yep. I mean, really, it's once you get the feel of the bay and you know you're on the bottom. So my advice is to cast it out and don't immediately start reeling. Cast it out and make sure you're on the bottom. Look at your line. That's what that braid's for. You can see that line. And when
it'll go slack. Yeah.
It'll go slack. You know you're on the bottom. If it sinks, and sometimes those small lures, if you're in high current, take a long time to get down there. So, I mean, the biggest key, I think, to spotty fishing is making sure that you're actually on the bottom. I've seen so many people cast it out and then start reeling in, and you're in that mid-water column, and you're probably not going to get a lot of bites up there. So I would say
I think that's
my best advice would be make sure you're on the bottom. I think that's what Paige said too. So
yeah.
Slow and low.
Slow and low. And when you're reeling, are you feeling like the little nicks and bumps from the ground?
Absolutely. So I know it's tough to go out and spend a lot of money on a rod, but if you spend, get a nice Phoenix rod or something like that, the tips of those are very sensitive. And you can actually feel it going through the grass, or you can feel if it's on the bottom, or you can also feel if you're bumping through some rocks. So, and you don't have to go out and spend a fortune, but you'll notice when you start out with your ugly stick, which is what I started out with and everybody starts out with, once you start upgrading, you'll notice you'll get a rod with a little more sensitive tip, and you'll be able to feel everything on the bottom. Mm-hmm. And if you're not feeling the bottom, you're probably not on the bottom. That doesn't mean like, dragging it through the eelgrass and pulling an eelgrass every time.
Right.
You want to try to be right above that, and you'll just and the only way you can learn that is by doing it.
Yeah, by doing
it.
So
time on the water. Yeah, time on the water.
So like when I'm reeling it in over eelgrass, I'll hold the rod tip up a little bit more, okay, so it swims a little bit higher. If that helps anybody, that's cool. Go ahead. Yeah,
that's another way you can do it. Sometimes rod tip up high, sometimes rod tip up low, depending on what you're fishing. For me, when I'm fishing a swim bait like an underspin, I'll usually have the rod a little bit off to my side. That way, if I do get a bite, I'm really ready to set that hook quick.
Yep.
Because with you get so many short strikes with the spotties that, I mean, you have to be holding that thing and be ready.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
In a position that you could, if you have that thing up above your head, you're probably not going to be able to get a good hook set. Right. But if you lower that tip a little closer to the water, off to the side a little bit, you get that hook set a little faster. Yeah. And sometimes it just takes a second.
Yeah, that makes sense. When I hold it up, I hold it like at a 45. That'd be like the highest I'd go.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Because you still have enough to swing on.
And don't forget the pause. The pause is important,
dude. Yeah, so I'm gonna alter my and Cal's saying cadence is the hardest thing. Cadence.
What was that?
Cal is saying changing cadence is what frustrates me. Says Cal, but we gotta do it. I know it's like you were saying, Brian. It's you kind of just get into the groove and you kind of go mindlessly, just kind of crank on that thing just so you can do your next cast. But it's not about the next cast. It's about working the bait.
Yeah, and another thing, if you're in a spot for, let's say, 5 to 10 minutes and you haven't got a bite, there's probably no fish there. So move on. Don't just linger in the same spot for an hour hoping that there's going to be a mystery fish in there, because you're probably not going to get one in that mystery spot. So for me, if I don't get a fish in the first 5-10 minutes, I'm out of there. I go somewhere else. I keep moving and moving, moving around.
Yeah. Dude, hey Brian, we should do a full interview. Would you would you be open to that?
Heck yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
Anytime.
Okay. We'll talk about it. We'll get you in here. That'll be fun because I could do like we could do the actual thumbnail picture.
Yeah, I'd love to show.
To
show you what gear and lures and what's worked for me. Like I said, it might not work for everybody, but what's worked for me.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be super fun. I think it would fit in because this is exactly what we're doing anyway, right? This is like it's the right audience, and we're all doing the same thing, so it'd be perfect.
Yeah. MMFC or spotty fisherman / halibut.
Yeah. And then we'll eventually figure out La Jolla. I think the cool thing about it is like we're all kind of evolving as a group, you know, like
yeah. Hey, if you guys go to La Jolla, I'll meet you guys out there and I'll mothership it. So if we have a problem, you know, I can always help out. You know, kind of similar to what happened with Tony, where he started sinking, we were able to help him. So yeah,
that's a huge.
If you guys go out, I'd be happy to mothership that trip.
Sweet. That'd be awesome. All right, so definitely everything's shaping up. I think it's gonna be something doable. Very cool.
Now you just have to convince Kevin to go out there and teach us how to fish it.
Right. Well, we gotta send him fake reports that the tuna bite shut off.
Yeah. Hey, well, it was awesome fishing with you guys on Saturday. I always love fishing with MMFC. The Discord's made it awesome, and I look forward to the next fishing adventure.
Awesome, Brian. Awesome talking to you
All
always,
right.
And I'll see you Saturday.
Okay, take it easy, guys.
Thanks, Brian. Bye. That was super fun, dude. It's cool. So it feels like that's what kind of Discord feels like, guys. We're kind of talking about stuff, and random topics come up, and we kind of just all talk about it. Anyway, really cool stuff. It's already 8 o'clock. I really enjoyed this episode, guys. I just want to say a huge shout out and huge thank you to CCA California again, Wayne and Captain Dan and Chris, Arnie. You guys show up to the show. You show up in the Discord. You make super fun events like this and invite us. So thank you so much, guys. If you don't know what CCA is, they're like an advocacy group. They fight for your rights to fish. So there's not really another organization that does that. And I know I don't have the time to be out there going to hearings and meetings and trying to advocate for fishing. So the next best thing I could do is support them by making you aware that they exist and asking you to join CCA. So if you are a fisherman and you want to make sure that we have our rights to fish are spoken for or have somebody speaking on our behalf, please go and join CCA. You can. There's multiple chapters. There's San Diego chapters. There's chapters all up and down California. So the way you would go about this would be by going to ccacalifornia.org, and you could join there. You could join for the year. You could join for a lifetime. Whatever's within your budget. It's something that you should do, and they're putting on cool events for us. And they're fighting for our rights to fish. So support them because they're supporting you, even if you don't know it. Okay. So with that, I want to say thank you to everybody for jumping on here today. I'm going to play some music and we're going to do some shout outs on the way out. Here we go. Do me a favor, hit that like button before you go if you're taking off really quick. But let's do some shout outs real quick. If you want to get a shout out, make sure you get a comment in because otherwise I don't know that you're on the stream. Here we go. Shout outs. Of course, to Brian and Kevin for calling in. Shout out to Chris. Shout out to Wayne, Captain Dan. Bo, what up? Alfredo, Oscar, Izzy. Izzy will announce what we talked about tomorrow because that's amazing. So stay tuned tomorrow for a cool announcement. Thanks to Izzy, guys. Let's see, Chris is in here. What up, Chris? Todd, TB Metal Art in the house. Thanks again, Todd, for donating the beautiful trophy to the event and the beautiful yellowtail to this show. Very much appreciated. There's more content coming out on this for you and shout outs on Instagram, so keep an eye out for that. Let's see who else is in here. Garrett, Cody, Salty Dangler, always welcome, dude. Thank you for always supporting and always showing up to our events, showing up to the Fishy Hour. always a blast fishing with you. And I feel like I want to be as good of a fisherman as you. When we're out there fishing, I want to be like, oh man, I gotta beat Salty. So I feel like we have a little bit of a rivalry going, even if you don't realize it yet. Kevin, make sure if you guys want to fish on Sunday with shore pounders, go to sdfish.com and sign up in the Bay Fishing Forum. Look for shore pounders, and DJ Thrills is the one organizing that. Let's see. Paige, it's always good to have you in here, buddy. I'm glad you were able to make this episode. Cal, awesome. Cal, I got some of these stickers are for you, Cal. So good stuff. And let's see. Did I miss anybody? Trucker326. Let's see. Music's over. And make sure I don't miss anybody. There you are. Leonard's always supporting the group as well and always showing up to fish. So Leonard, some of these stickers are for you too. Let's see. Cool. What up, Joe? Welcome. Got in late. Hello, goodbye, people. No worries, Joe. Thanks for jumping on. It was a good episode. You should come back and watch this one. It was good. It says cool. Garrett, Kevin, Leonard, Kevin. Okay, cool. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. And I will jump into the Discord app in like a minute or two. I will see you guys in there. If you guys don't know about Discord, it's an app that we use to talk while we're fishing, and after the shows we have after show parties, I guess you could say. It's basically like a group voice chat. Learn more. You can go sign up for that at romancastro.com/MMFC. That'll take you to the invite page, and you can get into the Discord, and we can hang out. Go to the voice channel section in the next minute or two, and we'll be in there for like at least 30 minutes talking about the show, the weekend, the random stuff that whatever comes up with, but always with respect and just with integrity. Okay, so I'll see you guys in there. Good night.